person who is Spirit filled,
當有個人被聖靈充滿嘅時候，亦都係結出聖靈嘅果子。
so you might ask, how do I know I am Spirit filled?
我點樣知道我被聖靈充滿呢？
It's not a feeling, I can tell you that.
唔係一個感受，唔係一個感覺。
See, Barnabas was filled with the Holy Spirit.
喺聖經所講咧，巴拿巴係被聖靈充滿。
Verse 24 in our text tells us that he was full of faith.
巴拿巴喺24節話到俾我哋知道佢係大有信心嘅人，
Barnabas was Spirit led.
因為巴拿巴係信服聖靈嘅帶領。
He's Spirit led to encourage new believers
佢咧
in Antioch.
佢係去被聖靈咧去充滿同埋激勵咧，去鼓勵喺安提摩嘅信徒。
Now in verse 24, let me see who I can pick on.
喺第24節裏邊，
Okay. I picked on you already. Now, in verse 24, did it say that only a few people came to know the Lord?
係咪小貓3、4隻信耶穌咧？
Did it say only a few people?
係咪真係小貓3、4隻咧？
No, it says a great number of people were brought to the Lord.
呢個聖經講話，於是有好多人信耶穌啦。
Can you see clearly?
你睇得清楚未咧？
You see, if we have these two together,
當我哋將呢兩件事合而為一嘅時候，
sensitive,
當我哋敏感上帝工作，
Spirit filled,
當我哋被聖靈充滿嘅時候，
then we will see results.
我哋睇到工作嘅果效。
Results show that the Spirit works through people.
呢一個好明顯咁樣睇到，上帝會透過聖靈會透過我哋工作，
It's not who Barnabas is.
唔係巴拿巴自己做嘅。
I'm not asking you to become like Barnabas.
我
No.
哋唔係叫你咧好似巴拿巴咁樣，
I'm asking you to open yourself up.
你係需要開放俾上
Be
帝，
sensitive.
你需要咧敏感於上帝，
As Barnabas was sensitive to the Holy Spirit.
好似巴拿巴對於上帝嘅工作，對於聖靈敏感一樣。
Now, this isn't going to happen overnight.
呢樣嘢唔會喺一夜之間發生嘅。
You're not going to be Spirit filled the next morning you wake up.
當你第二朝起身嘅時候，你唔會即刻覺得我又被。
It's not like the tooth fairy coming to give you a quarter under your bed.
唔係話俾咗一個 call， 唔係俾咗
Coin.
coin，
Yeah.
唔係俾咗個銀喺你張床上面嘅。
Yeah. Okay. So it happens when you let the Spirit come, God work in you 100%.
當你完全被上帝去掌管你嘅生命嘅時候，100%。
Do you know that we were already filled with the Holy Spirit?
咁佢跟住咧，佢就會用佢嘅聖靈去充滿你。
Did you know that you already had the Spirit working in you when you accepted Jesus?
當你接受耶穌基督為你救主嘅時候，其實你同時間被聖靈充滿。
Did you know that you had the Spirit because the Spirit already worked in you to believe in Jesus?
因為聖靈內住喺你心裏邊，使你去信耶穌。
So how does He work in you now? That's the thing.
究竟
How does
聖
He
靈
work?
點樣喺你心裏邊能夠去工作咧？
Are you open or are you closed?
你嘅心係開放，還是你嘅心係閉塞嘅咧？
Keep yourself open.
你需要心開放俾上帝。
Pop your head out of your shell. Pop your head out of your shell.
In Chinese, please
你嘅頭篤出嚟啊！
你嘅頭篤出嚟啊！OK，
Okay. I don't know. Get your head out of the shell.
出嚟啦！唔好講咁多嘢啦。
Okay. Keep it open to God.
開放俾上帝喎。
Let God use you.
令到上帝能夠使用到你。
Both men in the Bible were sensitive to the Holy Spirit.
兩個喺聖經裏邊嘅人物對於上帝嘅工作都好敏感嘅。
So let's go onward to our last point.
我哋咧去到第3個要點啦。
Barnabas, who was filled with the Holy Spirit. Barnabas was
巴拿巴
filled
被
with the
聖
Spirit.
靈充滿。
he went out to find Saul.
佢去揾掃羅。
Saul was the very man who went to chase after the Christians.
掃羅本來咧就係一個人咧去到逼迫啲信徒嘅。
But actually, it was not until this exact chapter in verse 26.
去到呢一個嘅情況第26節嘅時候
that Barnabas found Saul.
巴拿巴仔大數揾掃羅。
Went to look for Saul, and then he went to train Saul to serve.
佢去到咧訓練掃羅咧去侍奉。
And it was at the church at Antioch that believers were first called Christians.
就係喺安提阿呢個城市裏邊，門徒被稱為基督徒，就由
The Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit uses people.
聖靈係用人嘅，
He gives people opportunity to serve.
佢俾人有機會咧去侍奉。
He gives, the person who encourages will give other people opportunities.
當人去識得鼓勵人嘅時候，同時間咧佢會俾人有機會。
You see, we all fit into a plan. We all fit into part of God's plan for someone else.
我哋每一個人都喺上帝計劃裏邊去做工。
We fit into a plan to become a new believer.
我哋都有一個計劃咧，我哋要引領更加多新嘅傳承。
We fit into God's plan by encouraging others to serve.
我哋亦都喺上帝計劃裏邊，我哋需要成為一個鼓勵人、別人去侍奉嘅人。
Now, because of time, as we close our time together,
當我哋去結束嘅時候，
I want you to go back.
諗一諗，
What does encouragement really mean to you?
鼓勵對於你嚟講有呢個意思。
To build them up, to build someone up, to encourage them is more than just opening our mouths and saying something.
去建立人、鼓勵人，比起我開口講説話，仲要做好多嘢。
It's the right word for the right person at the right time is the right thing.
喺合適嘅時機對住合適嘅人講合適嘅説話，先至係合適嘅行動。
I don't think you'll forget that.
你一定唔會忘記。
And also, I don't want you to forget that it is not you that does this.
仲有一句説話，我想你記得，唔係你做到，
It's not you that does that, but it is God.
係上帝能夠讓我哋達成。
We're not able to do this on our own.
我哋唔能夠靠我哋自己能力達成。
We belong to this self-centered generation.
我哋屬於一個自我中心。
We focus on ourselves a lot.
我哋係好注目喺我哋自己需要乜嘢嘢。
Only because of God's grace that He uses us.
因為上帝嘅拯救，上帝用我哋，
He uses us
去用我哋，
because we are sensitive to Him.
係因為我哋敏感到上帝，
Because we are filled with the Spirit.
我哋被聖靈充滿。
And when we have the Spirit, we're going to see results.
當我哋有聖靈充滿嘅時候，我哋會結出聖靈果子，亦都會睇到工作嘅果效。
And the last thing is that
最後一樣嘢，
don't forget
唔
that
好忘記。
how do you encourage people?
你點樣鼓勵人啊？
We got to this point and you wonder, how do we encourage people?
你點樣去鼓勵人啊？
Is that you go and tell them. You see somebody, just like your counselors, you see somebody who has a special talent or a gift.
當你睇到有人有一啲特別嘅才能或者恩賜嘅時候，
You tell them, you know, in your heart, you know that they're good for serving God.
你知道你嘅心裏邊佢哋係好自我，
Encourage them.
鼓勵佢哋，
Give them a gentle push.
俾佢哋有溫柔推動，唔係大力嘅推動，
No pushes.
唔
You
係
serve.
唔係按死佢。
You go and gently tell them that, you know, God can use you.
你柔和嘅勸勉佢，上帝能夠用你去成。
You got to pray for the Spirit to work in you.
你需要咧喺上帝裏邊禱告，求聖靈咧
And when you do that,
當你咁樣做嘅時候，
You can't miss the results.
你唔會錯過任何一個事務裏邊嘅過客。
Be blessed.
我哋即係就祝福